Said he was gonna give him a house out there on Star Island. He said a whole lot of things. So, but why would Diddy do that if they didn't have a relationship?
Good point.
Bruh, he was in the house with Diddy for about 13 months. Out of that whole 13 months, Diddy ain't get lucky? I know that shit ain't funny, man. Out of all the drugs, out of all the parties, all the times that he woke up in the bed with 2 other sex workers, out of all the sex workers that he brought back to the house, because you got to realize, remember in the suit, they said Diddy made him wear this hat that says bad boy. That was a sign for the sex workers to know he was the guy to come home with. It's some things that I didn't even know about way back in the past. You know, like when the City College tragedy was going on and everything, and Diddy was on suicide watch. You know, Kirk Burroughs was like, yo, man, he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what? And Kirk Burroughs said, yeah. I just thought because of what he was going through with the, you know, the tragedy, it was like, I was stuck on stupid for a minute, but he was like, yeah, I thought that he would grow out of it, or it was just because all the shit he was going through when he slapped his own mother.
New day, new evidence. Rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing sex trafficking accusations and is therefore under a rock-solid investigation. The FBI is reportedly conducting a thorough sex trafficking investigation, and according to Jaguar Wright, Sean Diddy Combs' hip-hop mogul will no longer be running loose. Why? Well, because of the update she has.
Oops, did I say that out loud? My bad. I got you sitting with the brother of the man that Suge Knight rolled over and... I know what you're doing. I know where you've been, and I know where I'm about to send you.
Here's what she knows. Diddy, Puff Daddy, and Sean Love Combs are some of the most well-known aliases for American rapper, record producer, and executive Sean Love Combs, who is currently caught in the middle of a sex trafficking lawsuit. And well, his family too.
Yeah.
And he was quiet.
That was the worst part of that.
And to see his sons being hacked.
How the f do you force your kids to do your perp walk? That was the worst part, and all I could think about was Kim and Misa.
Mm. The girls.
Just her son. He left their son to be walked out backwards on camera for the world to see. Thank God Kimura got the girls. Misa's son. Misa and Wolf's son.
Man.
And Quincy's missing.
Quincy's missing. Oh. And lastly.
After he was questioned by the feds.
After.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was in witness protection right now. Which means his father ain't never gonna see him again. It's just getting started.
True.
Which is why I think people are so uncomfortable about me being in this position right now, because of my press pass and because I'm gonna be in the courtroom for the Keefe D trial. If we get to the bottom of Tupac's, when that is finally revealed, 15 other will be revealed with it. And you will find that they were all committed by the same 2 people, father and son.
In connection with a sex trafficking investigation, the law enforcement agency raided 2 of Sean Diddy Combs' houses in Los Angeles and Miami. According to media reports, the FBI is reportedly closing in on the hip-hop mogul weeks after this raid. Recently, Jaguar Wright also claimed that Diddy would be unable to use money to get out of trouble. Wright claims he can settle civil lawsuits by paying people off, but a solid criminal investigation, especially one involving allegations of sex trafficking at the federal level, will not accept such an approach. Wright also believes that whatever Diddy tried to do to keep her quiet before, that is also not going to work no more.
All right, OD, hit me up.
I make pressure look funny as shit, don't I?
I'm telling you.
Because nobody takes into consideration for that second that they had told those police officers that I was a psychotic maniac off my meds and was trying to harm my family. They could have came with their guns drawn. You want to know why they didn't? Because they know me at the hotel. Because I have a rapport there. Because I have a life there. I was a Black woman being accused of being some kind of raving psychotic. And my bond had just been revoked by Monica Lockett, who was pretending to be Angela Owusu, who goes by the name LaGina Gold. Gina was my bondholder.
Correct. Good.
How did Genesis break it? Pretending to be her. Her fat, filled cow ass sitting on this couch.
That's what I was gonna say. You saw that, and for that part, she said Jag was talking bad about me, so therefore she wanted to revoke the bond. Whatever y'all had, and it fell apart.
Let's get it clear.
Let's go.
I haven't even got started with you toots. I haven't even gotten started. Guess what? Let's list some facts. You are Monica Lockett, AKA DJ Peter Naked, baby mom of a great artist who you annoyed to death. Facts. You're a failed DJ and promoter everywhere you've lived. How did that show go last year? Oh yeah, didn't go well.
And when I say tape, I mean,
where my phone at?
Yeah.
What tape?
Can you throw that back in there? Is it true that a sex tape dropped?
What sex tape?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You tell me.
What sex tape?
I heard that in the ethosphere, and I'm like,
I got a sex tape.
Is that a thing? Is that the eyes and the lies. I
got a sex tape. That's what they say.
Hey. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Why not? Well, to support their claims, they are going to use a great deal of the same evidence. And although everyone is presumed innocent unless proven guilty, Jaguar Wright claims that the evidence is growing, and Diddy will soon land behind bars.
So you got all this stuff with the girl and the freak off and all that. You got the car thing where you make a threat to blow up somebody's car and that car does blow up. You got these gun charges out here. You got the Shine thing with J-Lo in a nightclub and all this other stuff. Now you're looking at a criminal enterprise.
Because now he's gone back in the houses, he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard different things. Like he had every single room was wired for audio and video, yes. Right? And that a lot of the sex party or some of the sex parties happened. Sorry, what are freak-offs?
Freak-offs.
Some of the freak-offs.
I love that title.
At his homes. So, and that he would record people without them knowing. Like that's a whole separate charge.
Yeah, that's another crime.
So let's face it, if I say this is happening over here, even if I don't have any evidence, but you raid my house to try and look for that evidence, you get other evidence that supports it, people are going to believe anything I said over here. Even if there's no evidence, they're going to be like, listen, if you did this,
of course he did that.
Of course he did, even though we can't prove that. Plus, there's no way that she's saying all these things and that they, based on who he is, that they don't, like, she said this happened, and they're like, and they were to say to her, Give us something. There's got to be some texts. Something. Right. So if she said all that and there was no text, they're not going to move forward because he can mount a defense.
The hip-hop mogul is also being compared to Jeffrey Epstein at the moment.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light. Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty.
Combs has been accused of seducing victims with his lavish lifestyle and, in certain cases, abusing them aboard a yacht he rented for trips to the Virgin Islands and St. Barthélemy, much like Epstein, a banker who owned his own private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The lawsuit also claims that Combs had an assistant who functioned similarly to Epstein's madame, Ghislaine Maxwell, who is currently a convicted trafficker. A few weeks prior, Combs, 54, was ecstatic as he celebrated the release of his first record in years on the same day he received the ceremonial key to New York City.
That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal, it's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp gotta be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my people in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hope I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come on.
Because early on you was accusing me of being...
Cat, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because I'm favored by God. Like, when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it. That's how Diddy be feeling.
Come on, man.
Mayor Eric Adams also gave Combs a massive key in Times Square and remarked, "The bad boy of entertainment is getting the key to the city from the bad boy of politics," according to Fox 5 New York. Derek Parker, a former NYPD Rap Intelligence Unit investigator who looked into the 1999 nightclub incident that resulted in Combs and Jennifer Lopez being handcuffed, said of Combs, "He escaped a lot because of who he was. Now, a lot of stuff is just coming back to him." Undoubtedly, Bad Boy Records founder Combs has mostly succeeded in his legal battles. Despite a tragic stampede early in his career, a nightclub shooting where a protege took the blame, and recent charges of sex trafficking. Combs has previously been named concerning hip-hop feuds that resulted in real-life violence, but was not charged with any crimes. He has also previously been cleared of charges, including guns and bribes. In the meantime, Diddy was the target of a recent lawsuit brought by music producer Rodney Jones. Jones charged the rapper with multiple offenses, including making threats against law enforcement, covering up a studio shooting, and engaging in sexual grooming. Diddy had previously been sued by Ventura, claiming to be one of the victims.
Because my focus right now is Sean Combs.
Okay. Tell us why. Tell us why.
Because he's a sex trafficker. And he's using music and entertainment to sex traffic.
Now, is this just boys, girls, adults, kids? Like,
I mean, from what I've heard from sources that I would consider reliable, it really doesn't matter.
Wow.
I don't think sexuality is something that has anything to do with gender at this point for Sean. I honestly think he's just an extreme narcissist who loves power. He loves the ability to manipulate and control people. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, who loved to control people.
And his mentor was
Andre Harrell.
Tell us how
who was mentored by Clive Davis.
Oh God. And don't tell me that Andre Harrell got touched by Clive Davis too.
I'm telling you, I don't know what happened between Andre and Clive. What I do know is that Andre got passed over. Like, how do you go from being the president of Uptown and losing your entire company to your intern? Like, Puff started out as an intern.
Yes,
he was throwing parties with Mark Barnes in Washington, D.C. And then he became an intern at Uptown, and he was very, proactive. And if there's one thing that Sean knows, he knows pop culture. There was a party down at Howard, one of the infamous parties, and they had gotten too big, and he didn't have proper security, he didn't have proper permits, and there was a stampede, and Father MC's woman got trampled to death. And
how does one go about covering up something like that?
Well, I mean, apparently you pay people. From what I've been told, he's been paying what is it? What's the not the World Star, the other one, the Shade Room. He's been paying the Shade Room not to post my post. That's what I was told. Someone hit me up in the DM and was like, stop tagging. They got on my feed and was like, stop tagging the Shade Room. He's paying them not to post it.
Yeah, I can believe that. It's a couple other artists that pay them too not to. Yep.
And I'm not hating. I'm not hating. If they paying you that money, they paying you that money. But just understand, the second that you jump into somebody's pocket, you stay in their pocket.
Yeah. And right now we're talking about the Shade Room and Diddy. Allegedly, Diddy has paid the Shade Room not to repost Jaguar's post. I can tell you guys, I know for a fact there's a couple other artists that paid the Shade Room to only post positive things. Hey, you get your money how you do. Allegedly, some YouTubers are being paid too to only post positive things. That's fine. You get it how you do. I like to be able to talk free.
I am a hustler. I would never tell nobody not to get no money.
Right, me either.
But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself what you're living for. Are you living for what you're building for yourself, what you're building for your career, what you're building for your legacy? Are you living to be in somebody's pocket?
Yeah. Yeah, you can be of the people.
Puff has always had a lot of people in his pocket.
Yeah.
Like I said in my post, he's probably one of the only people in this industry that has more secrets than me.
The list of those who have filed allegations against the hip-hop mogul includes at least 3 more women and a man, one of whom was allegedly under the age of 18 at the time of her assault. The millionaire and his legal team, meanwhile, have refuted every accusation. Diddy described all of these claims as an attempt by his accusers to get a quick payday. Still, a 4th woman has accused Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assault. She claims in a lawsuit that the music mogul, together with Harve Pierre, a former longtime president of his record label, and an unidentified person, gang raped and sex trafficked her when she was a teenager. The plaintiff, who goes by Jane Doe in the lawsuit, claims that the attack happened in 2003 when Combs was 34 years old and she was 17. Under the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Law, which permits survivors of alleged gender-motivated violence, including sexual abuse that happened in the state, until March 1, 2025, to make civil claims, the complaint was brought in federal court in New York. Currently, Combs, Pierre, Daddy's House Recordings, and Bad Boy Entertainment are named as defendants in the lawsuit. Douglas Wigdor, an attorney for the accuser, defended actress, singer, and model Cassie in her federal case against Combs. That's all for today. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.